If I could change one thing in Huntington, what would it be? Now, that's a question I'd like to ask all you guys, but I don't think I'm allowed to ask you the question. But I'd like you to think about that. Maybe your teacher would let you discuss that someday and let me come back and hear what your answers are. I would really, really like to do that. What is one thing that you'd like to change about Huntington? Because when I look at I'm 56 years old, and what I think I'm most excited about for our city is that we've got a lot of young people that are really beginning to take a hold of leadership. And they're young business people, so they're folks like Antiqueology, the Hansons, folks like the Richards at Gigabuggy, folks like Lynette Dowden at the Party Shop, folks like Jordan Smith at Smith Furniture, folks like David Getters at Copper Chord Music, folks like Todd Nightenhelzer at TCB Games. There's lots of cool stuff going on with young leaders right now in Huntington. And I think they're the ones that need to be involved, and you're the ones that need to be involved in deciding what Huntington should look like 20 years from now. If I could change one thing in Huntington, it would be that nobody had to worry about getting a good job. Because when I look at all the things that promote a good city and a great place to live, if everybody was able to have a job that was meaningful to them, that helped them feel fulfilled, that helped them feel like they were making a contribution, that gave them a good self-worth and self-image, that provided for the money they needed to support their family and the lifestyle that they wanted, I think that would be the best thing, is if I could make sure everybody had a good job.
This will probably be our last question.
What?
I know.
Already?
I know.
Darn. I even came early to get an edge on this thing. Okay, what do you got?
What are the 3 hardest things in your job?
3 hardest things. I think I answered that one once.
Kind of.
Yeah, let's try. You got another one? No? Okay, let's go over here.
Were you a leader as a kid? And if you were, can you give us 3 ways you were?
Yeah, I was kind of a leader as a kid. The main thing about leadership, there's 2 things. One is there's a certain amount of control that you have as a leader, which means you're able to make people do things. But more importantly, leaders are those who are able to inspire and influence people to do things, which the difference there is you don't just make people do things, you help people want to do things. Do you know the difference on that? All of you? How many of you are made to make your bed every morning before you come to school?
I don't have a bed.
How many of you want to make your bed before you come to school every morning?
I don't see the point when you're just going to sleep back in it and then
I got you. See? Yeah, but,
I don't see the point. Wow.
I know. But we all know that there's a difference between things that people make you do and things you want to do. Okay? And so leadership is a lot like that. As a leader, as a mayor, there are things that I can make people do just because I have power and authority. But that doesn't mean they like it. Okay? So you try not to do a lot of that stuff unless it's just really important, public health and public safety and those sorts of things. But on what I try to do is to work toward helping people want to do good things and the right thing. So I had to learn that early as a kid. I remember getting in trouble one time at band in high school because I would get into all kinds of mischief because I played trombone. Any of you play trombone? One of the great things about playing trombone is you have to keep the slide wet so it slides really easy, which meant you got to have a water bottle. Well, my water bottle didn't always put water on my slide. Sometimes it put water on people around me. And I remember one time I got a girl in front of me who played saxophone really, really wet because I just kept squirting her for about a minute. And I got in big trouble because the other trombone players thought that was really cool, so they got all the guys and girls in front of them really wet. And so Mr. Houston, who was the band director back in the 70s before Mr. Campbell and before Mr. Gardner, knew that I was the ringleader or the leader. And so I was the one who was made an example, and I got sent to detention and got demerits and all kinds of stuff, and got after-school suspension for not doing the right thing. So I was a leader, but you got to learn to use your leadership in a good way, not a bad way. Okay? I think we're done.